Hello, Ben here from Gravel Throat Reviews, coming at you today with a list of 10 more brand new singles that I picked at random. Let's get into it. All right, number one, I'm Gone by Rich Amiri. This song starts with Rich making some weird breathing sounds, but then the beat comes in and it's a monster. It's a great beat. There's some distorted bass that sounds angry and aggressive. The flow is derivative, but the melodic parts are really cool. Yeah, it's not a bad track. I think it's pretty decent. It's okay. Yeah, it's a 4 out of 10 for me. That's Gone by Rich Amiri. Number two is Rough Ride by Samant and Louis Vai. Starts off with some distant keys and some string plucks. The vocals on the verse are soothing, like kind of an R&B flavor with a quirky inflection. The second vocalist, I'm not too crazy about. It's kind of a weird sound to his vocals, but overall, it's kind of a happy little light bop. It's a decent track. It's a 5 out of 10 for me. That's Rough Ride by Samant and Louis Vai. Number three, Still in Love by Chazelle. This track opens with a little string arpeggio. Chavelle's vocals are lofty and smooth. He has kind of a 90s R&B throwback sound that, but definitely like a current day social media vocabulary, though. You can tell it's a modern track just by the way he uses words. His falsetto was really lush and hopeful. I think it's a pretty decent track. It's a 5 out of 10 for me. That's Still in Love by Chazelle. Number four is Make It Up to You by Khalid and Arya Starr. The vocals have a 90s R&B feel, but the production is very modern with a kind of a trap reggaeton twist to it. The keys are pretty on the bridge, but the lyrics are so basic and lazy. It's hard for me to admire this track. I mean, you gotta really dig at the bottom of the barrel to find these these bland, boring concepts for songs like "I'm in Love." It's pretty basic overall. It's gonna be a 3 out of 10 for me. The instrumentation is cool, but yeah, the rest is kind of garbage. That's "Make It Up to You" by Khalid and Arya Starr. Number five is "Wild Long Life" by Sam Fender. This song starts off with a little guitar arpeggio and some looming bass lines. There's a really cool synth flute in the background too. Sam's vocals are interesting and clever. The chorus is beautiful and catchy. The rising synths are lovely. Sam Fender is getting really, really, really good. I love this track. The progression and the flow is creative and refreshing. This is an 8 out of 10 for me. I like what Sam Fender's been doing lately. He's fantastic. That is Wild Long Life by Sam Fender at number five. Number six is Gervonta by Peso Pluma. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. This is in Spanish. This is a Spanish song. This track starts off with some lumbering horns and some Spanish guitar. The vocals are kind of a mid-range, raspy delivery. The vocal melody is unorthodox and intriguing. The trumpets are driving. This is a very good example of modern Mexican music. This guy is from Mexico. He's fantastic. I love this track. This is a banger. Gervonta by Peso Pluma. It's an 8 out of 10 for me. I don't understand what he's saying because I don't speak Spanish, but everything else is amazing about this track. I would definitely check this track out, especially if you speak Spanish. That's Gervonta by Peso Pluma. Check that one out. At number seven is Yesterday's World by TV Girl and George Clanton. This track starts off with some panning vocals that are bright and fun. The beat comes on, it's kind of like a bouncy four on the floor, kind of a dance beat. It doesn't really seem to match very well with the feel of the intro. So it's kind of confusing. It has two different feels, like right away, so it kind of confuses the listener. The sound and the rhythms are interesting and unique, but it's not really doing much for me other than that. It's kind of a novelty listen. It's an okay track. It's 5 out of 10 for me. That's Yesterday's World by TV Girl and George Clanton. Number eight is Stealing Out the Trap by Youngboy NBA. I'm not a big fan of this vocal style. I think I'm just probably too old to understand it, which is fine. But I think the intended vocal melody is really cool. I say intended because he didn't really execute it very well, but I can see what he was trying to go for at least. The beat is okay. There's not much to say about this track. It's kind of whack. It's 3 out of 10. That's Stealing Out the Trap by Youngboy NBA. Number 9 is going to be Sky Ferreira with the song Leash. The guitars and the guitars are foggy and dreamy, and the swelling synths are great. There are some cool 90s feels. I feel like this kind of like the band Garbage comes to mind when I hear this, and I don't mean garbage as in bad. I mean garbage as in the band. But yeah, I could hear this song being done by like Hole or Garbage back in the 90s. It's not bad. It's kind of a cool little throwback. It's a 4 out of 10 for me. Yeah, and number 10 is Out Your Pockets by Juice World. The track starts with some twinkling pianos and some somber but uplifting chords. The 808s hit. I'm sometimes underwhelmed by Juice World's vocal inflections, but this one is kind of like a lot better for me. Yeah, the filtered samples in the background are really nice, and they're very emotional. It's pretty catchy. Yeah, I like it more than I thought I would. I'm usually not a fan of Juice WRLD's style because it kind of just has this kind of strange vocals that are corny sounding to me. But yeah, this is a pretty good track. I'll check it out. It's Empty Out Your Pockets by Juice WRLD, and that is 10 brand new singles picked at random. Thank you for sticking with me. Ben from Gravel Throat Reviews. I'll see you in the next one.